Wow. That hour of TV was so, oh my goodness gracious. So, I mean, I'm excited that it's outnumbered over time, but I'm going to do like a little OT, baby. Because the TV version of us,
wait, can I do the Kimberly Guilfoyle eyeballs? Because Eric's here, he can appreciate it. Like,
there's a lot of eye rolling on that 5 show.
There's more eye rolling here than on the 5? Did you say that?
I think that 5 might have you guys beat a little.
Oh, and the eye roll definitely.
on the eye rolling.
Yeah. We roll each other eyes.
Right?
I tell you, KG, she could warm up some eye rolling for me. She'd look across the couch and she would be like,
yeah, she doesn't have, yeah. Sometimes I'll be saying something and I'll be talking to Juan and I have KG in my line of sight and I'll get the eyes like, I'm like, I'm saying something wrong. I better pull back on
Can
this
I start up with the fun? Love your show, and this is Toodles and Do. Love your show and thank you for it. Please tell that woman who constantly contradicted Eric that she needs to learn a few manners. She can really make the anger rise.
Seriously, Megan, cut it out. Why would you do that to
contradicting Eric? How can I agree?
that was great.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nicely done. Nicely done. We are on Facebook Live. I'm so excited. Look.
Meg McCain for vice president. Have you ever? Are you considering ever running for office?
God, no.
No.
Oh, that's a great question.
Never.
What have you seen that would make you say no?
Because I see the
Growing up in
sacrifices
politics.
families make, and I think it takes a specific. I admire anyone who runs for office, even liberals, because I know the sacrifice it takes on your family, and I have no interest whatsoever.
My husband's the son of a former politician, and for the same reason, he said, I would never let anybody even near me, any family member, run for office.
Is there anything that you saw that would make you run?
Well, I mean, I think it's exhilarating to see history in the making. And obviously, if you believe in, we're living in tenuous times, as you map out in your book. I agree that we've gone completely far to the left and we've lost our core values. So anyone who wants to fight for that, it's very admirable. But I'm not the right. I've got 2 tattoos. I'm not the right person.
Ooh, where are they? Can we see them? Oh, there's a star. Where's the other one?
I have a cross on my wrist. But my mother, she watches these too, but she hates them. So
I've known you all this time. I never knew that. I don't look at your feet usually.
It's okay.
You know how I could get I could get 1,000 more viewers on our online chat if I tweeted out right now. Megan McCain revealing tattoos. Put a link.
They're both very sentimental, though.
Follow me to find out where.
Yeah, exactly. All
They're
right.
both sentimental, though. I got them when my brother's deployed, so it's not
very cool.
good.
Very cool. Rebecca Western called our show spicy.
It was spicy.
Yeah, it was spicy. We had some conflict after the president spoke. That's kind of a theme for us, by the way.
Yeah.
Because he speaks a lot during the noon hour. Yeah. And then there's commentary about what he said. And unfortunately, the theme these days is, as I said with Catherine Herridge, the hallmark of ISIS is mass death. And so when we see the president come up time and time again after these scenes, you said the only thing that he was missing this time was toggling to gun control. Well, he couldn't do that, even though they had guns in Turkey. And I don't say that with any sort of jest at all. It's true. He didn't toggle. He toggled to happier things.
90 seconds on, as you pointed out.
You got a time?
90 seconds, and then back to now on a happier note. Really?
Yeah.
And climate
still
change.
Counting the bodies.
Climate change. That makes my blood boil whenever we're talking about
That was really
terrorism.
an awkward transition, but I think we all kind of agree on that.
What, that happier time?
Yeah, on a happy note.
I guess it's awkward, too, because you've got, Canada's leader there. You're seated next to the president of Mexico. But I looked at a translated transcript of what Nieto said from Mexico. He was talking about Turkey. So it was not... He didn't need to do that. He didn't need to necessarily segue. Julie, come on.
No, I don't really have much to add from what I said earlier, other than I think when you're the president, you have to be measured in what you say until you get all the facts. I don't know what facts they have. He could have, I agree with you on the tone, could have made a stronger point about the fact that this was yet another attack, yet another mass
by somebody.
Tragedy. Well, certainly we suspect it was by ISIS. Whether he could say it or not is a different story. As the president, I agree with you on tone, but to me, tone is not enough. To me, action is what we need to talk about, and the problem continues to be, and has been the case throughout this administration and probably will be into the next one, that nobody wants to actually address what it would take to defeat ISIS, which, Megan, you alluded to it, would require not just special forces, from what I understand, but would require boots on the ground in a significant way in many, many countries. And I don't know that this country, after years and decades of war, is prepared for that kind of sacrifice. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't, but maybe that's a discussion we need to have Nobody's really having it. A few people are. In fairness, your father is, Lindsey Graham is, Kelly Ayotte is. That's actually true. There are people who are having that discussion. But for the most part, neither the Democrats nor the vast majority of Republicans want to discuss what kind of sacrifice it would actually take to get ISIS. And again, I do have to say, very few Republicans are having that discussion, but not many on either side of the aisle.
You know, it's interesting. You look at all the blowback that Donald Trump got. It's been more than a year because he's been atop the polls for the Republican side since June of last year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right?
Think about,
Yeah, look at historically and then got more votes than anybody during the primary. But if you look back, all the things that kind of got him in hot water are exactly what we're talking about today. Whether you agree or disagree, the conversation is about illegal immigration. It's about refugees. It's about all of these things. And Julie, to see Hillary Clinton not yet have her message that doesn't include him, but just her message on this, I think is really interesting.
Well,
she's had a lot of time to catch up.
To some extent, but also don't forget, I mean, Eric alluded to the Quinnipiac poll today. There's another poll from ABC, just to contrast, that shows her up 50 to 39, literally the inverse flip of the Quinnipiac poll, where she's stronger in terrorism. What's interesting, we've talked about this in the past, is illegal immigration, terrorism are things that are at the top of the mind for Republicans. For Democrats, it's something very different. We are so polarized right now. We can't even agree. Remember, it's the economy stupid in '92 with Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Both sides agreed with that. Not the case anymore.
No.
Democrats don't think it is.
Concerned with diversity challenges on college campuses.
No. Democrats are concerned about, if you look at polling, they are concerned about with climate change. They are concerned about. They are concerned about the economy. But my point is, you laugh at that. But
it's hilariously ridiculous and tone deaf and wrong and dangerous.
But listen, that's something that you believe as a Republican or as a conservative.
Well, don't you, Julie? Are you more worried about the change in climate or getting on the subway hoping you don't get blown to bits?
I think they're related. I think they're related.
They're related.
I think they're related.
Oh, I forgot about that Democrat feeling that because as the climate gets warmer, where the globe is producing fewer crops in areas where they need to have wealth, and instead of having wealth, the young people turn to terror.
But wait a second.
Is that the right tie?
You have the CIA, the CIA, who are not a bunch of liberal, wild-eyed liberals, talking about, and NATO for that matter as well, talking about how climate change is a huge risk to our national security.
I think you are one of the brightest people that are on Fox. And for you to ascribe to that same theory, where you have to tie all those loose ends together to get climate change to terror, I almost think you're playing a little politics.
I'm not playing politics, Eric.
Overriding
but why can't you say that both are an
issue?
I
didn't say both aren't an issue, but you just blame terrorism on climate change.
I didn't blame it at all. I said they're related.
Live comments in it because it's on topic. Sure. Ray Fernandez says, Sandra, please tell Megyn to not get angry. It can lead to global warming.
Oh.
That's Facebook
Poor
Live.
Megyn is just getting their
I'm like,
okay.
Well, sometimes I think people think being passionate and heated about a subject is anger. And like, yes, we're angry about what's going on. But I mean, you know, we're paid to give our own opinion.
It was on point with the global warming.
I also think people think that just because we disagree that we don't love each other, which is insane.
They have no idea how much we like to shop for shoes.
That's true. And compare shoes.
We have that even you have beautiful shoes.
Thank you.
Oh, those are nice.
And Julie and I both don't like Chris Christie, so we always bond over that.
That's true. And Eric's even Eric's slowly coming over.
Quick question, because somebody actually, knowing that your business background, was asking about the strong U.S. dollar and what that does to our economy. But if I could just broaden that out a bit, when we're talking about national security and people not feeling safe here at home, how important do you think it is to have a robust economy, which we don't right now, to be able to fight off terror and to keep us safe here on our own soil?
I think obviously the economy is massively important to be able to spend the money, to spend the resources. We're still the greatest country on the globe. Everyone comes to us if it's an earthquake, if it's a tsunami, if there's a civil war going on. They say, help us out, and we always do. But don't forget, Smitty, you know, this $20 trillion in debt, whatever we're spending helping them, we're borrowing from someone else at a higher interest rate to do it. We're putting our kids in deeper and deeper debt to help the rest of the world. So a robust economy.
So we covered the UK's exit from the EU, and everybody keeps asking me, I think it's like taxi driver conversation, like, is this really bad for us? You know, are we, like, stock market took a hit, it bounced back. Was it a short-term thing?
Yeah. In fact, I was on Bill O'Reilly on Friday night. He said, what are we doing? Bowling? The world's going to end, right? We're down 900 points. between Thursday and Friday.
And then Tuesday, rallied back.
Yeah, was it Monday? Yeah, it was whatever. It was Monday.
Monday sold off again.
Right, Monday was at 250 down. So that night I was on with Roy. I said, relax. It's okay. Nothing has changed. They left the EU. They didn't leave the planet, right? I mean, so there's the same demand, the same supply of global, global
But
goods.
don't you think this potentially the crisis here that you can unleash is potentially a disintegrating European Union and how that affects the euro and how that affects investment? It's not. It's
what's negative about it?
What's negative for the euro collapsing for the eurozone being out?
Yeah, for whatever. Yeah, I can't find a negative.
Okay,
I mean it's great for Donald Trump's term,
I just can't find a negative.
you gotta leave it there.
Wake up, America. It's a brand new hot-selling book by our own Eric Bolling. Hot selling. Woo!
Sizzle.
Imin Fuka says, I love you all. We love you back.
Thanks, Imin Fuka.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, EB.
Bye, Smitty.